Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Sorry it is kind of dark in the car. It is raining pretty hard at the moment. So I'm just driving to work, watching Vehicle Virgins. But don't worry about the safety. I have my adaptive radar cruise control on, so I don't really have to do anything. It handles all the gas and braking for me, and I just basically need to stay in the line, so I can do that. At least I feel like I can. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you, I am about to hit 5,000 miles. So let me keep it here for a moment so you can see it. And there we go, 5,000 miles. I think this has been an excellent car. I'm really happy with it. I do like a lot of the features that it has. I'm glad that I opted for a few of the options that I got. The biggest one, and I know you guys hear me mention this all the time, is because I live in Houston and there is lots of traffic. But it's the adaptive radar cruise control. This whole time, I mean, I've driven for 3 miles, and I've actually, since I got on the freeway, honestly, and that was probably, it's been like 15 miles. I have not touched the throttle or the brake whatsoever. It handles that completely for you. So driving in this kind of traffic, it makes it so much easier. So that is a really nice feature of the car. It's cold out right now, 43 degrees. The tires have been excellent. Summer tires would start getting a little hard at these lower temperatures, but these DWS 06s have been great. I would say the only downside of this adaptive radar cruise, and you might see it right here. Are we gonna stop? See, there you go. May cancel. Okay, then it canceled. It'll only allow you to stop for up to 2 seconds before it shuts off the system. I don't know why they built that into it. You'd think, like, what difference does it make? Because if I'm sitting in traffic and it's like stop and go, like literally stop and go, where I'm like stopped for 5 seconds and I go, or 10 seconds, it would be nice if it can do that, but it can't. So luckily in traffic, despite it being a complete standstill right now, which is gonna stop me again, it's typically not completely stop and go. Usually the traffic just flows very slowly, and I don't know why I'm not in this lane. I don't know why these lanes are like at a dead standstill. Pulling out in traffic with the rain, I can't just use my big power to muscle ahead. So I have to wait for a long break in traffic. I had it there, I didn't realize that guy was going so slow. Okay, so back to adaptive radar cruise. Other things I like about this car, it's really comfortable. It's a big car. Like anyone who I don't know if you've been in one of these, if everybody's been in one of these, but I suggest you sit in one if you like big cars. It's really big, and it feels substantial, and it feels safe. It doesn't feel nimble at all, but you can tell especially with me having these wide tires, the level of grip is pretty significant. So it doesn't feel, you don't really not have confidence in it, in a sense. I mean, and of course I'm comparing it to my WRX because that's the last car that I had. You don't have the confidence that the all-wheel drive gives you. I can't state enough how good all-wheel drive is. I can imagine a car like a GTR must be just sheer amazing, because you get the actual power of a big 500 plus horsepower engine, and at the same time you get the all-wheel drive system, so it probably makes it driving spirited a lot safer and a lot easier. This, you always have to worry about applying too much throttle. You have to watch out for that back end that might step out. It's not a big deal. I mean, that just goes with the territory with a rear-wheel drive car. So other than it being rear-wheel drive, it would be nice if it were all-wheel drive, because the WRX was my first taste of it, and I like that. The fuel economy is decent. Let me see if I can show you here. And again, see, I'm not even driving. It's great. So let me see. So I'm at 16.7 right now. Oh, see, almost stopped me, but it didn't. So I'm at 16.7 right at this moment. But if you look at the trip meter, I've never reset this trip meter, and I really hope that no one ever resets it on accident. Mileage of the car, it's never been reset. So I can get my my total lifetime mileage, which is 14.7 miles per gallon, and then 9.6 for this. This morning I did use the auto start before I left. I planned on like going outside immediately, but I didn't. Like I ended up, I think it'll run for like 15 minutes or something, real long time, because it's cold out, so I just wanted the car to be warm. And it really took me like 10-15 minutes to get out of the house, and that's mostly why this tank has gone down significantly. This car does not like to idle. That's where all my poor fuel economy comes from, idling, because I like to sit in the car. Sometimes I have some work to do. So like my car can be in like my little base of operations and I leave it running. Big engine idling, not a good combination for fuel economy. I still have not changed the oil. I probably need to do that, but my oil meter, which I tend to go by because I feel like the manufacturer knows when the oil needs to be changed. Obviously, if I modify the engine, those intervals are gonna change. I'm gonna need to be more aggressive with them. I think it still says I have like 20% oil life, which to me means I don't need to change it. I'll probably get it changed soon now that I have 5,000 miles at least for the first change. But yeah, just a good car. And something to keep in mind with that 14.7 lifetime miles per gallon. I did, when I first got this car, I took it on not really a road trip. I drove it back from Maryland. I drove a total of 1,500 miles roughly, give or take a few. For that trip, I believe I got like 27.3 miles per gallon. That 27.3 for 1,500 miles is averaged into that, 14.7. So I'm sure the real mileage without that trip would be closer to like the 13 range, maybe even worse. I don't know. Definitely poor fuel economy out of this car in the city or idling, anything like that. WRX was significantly better. My kids love it. Would like a little bit more power now, but we'll see how that goes. So I think that's it for now. You guys take care. Just wanted to give a quick update. Peace.
Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm seeking arrangement. Push the gas, escalate the gauges, escalate hits on the cam girls' pages, blazes, and hit them with a script full of sexy phrases.